What's going on, everybody? Slang Dutchman here, and I'm sorry it's been a while, but I just didn't have the time to do some of the stuff that I needed to do. But today working on the Civic, because before we're gonna make this look good, we want to make it function well and sort of legal. And once a year, depending on the age of the car, because the Volvo is once every 2 years, but once a year you need to have some sort of a checkup on the car if everything is still legal. Now, one of the things that we need is a catalytic converter. And if you see under the car, there is no light. But basically there is none, because with the EKs I found out is that there's like a headers and then there's like catalytic converter and then it goes underneath the car. But they did like a sporty 4-to-1 exhaust headers, so that's not existent anymore. So I bought myself a new catalytic converter that should be doing the job. This is like a more newer style because the old ones have the value products in them that people like to steal, so I hope this is better. But basically we just have to cut and then weld that thing back in, so at least I can get to the MOT and without any problems. When that is done and everything is full and functional, we're gonna go and make it look presentable, because especially with this weather, like they have repainted the car but everything is chipping off, it's rusting. Here it has all the dents. Then my girlfriend drove away from house and she turned a little bit too soon and she hit the front bumper of the Volvo, so there's a little bit of a dent in here. And the Bondo and everything here cracked and it's rusty and yeah. But we have new welding fenders, so we're gonna delete all of this shitty stuff and then we can bend this back. We have new doors, new fenders, so I'm not looking at it like it's a problem because everything that's bad is gonna be replaced anyway. But let's do this first. Dempsey's here to help me, so just let's undo some bolts, get the grinder out, and pick the camera back up. So the exhaust is out of the Civic, made a little cut here, that's where it was basically. Now this thing is gonna be in between, so I need to measure out how big this is and then, you know, chop it there somewhere. So this basically sits like that. The size wise, but I thought this was a 2-inch pipe, so I bought a 2-inch resonator for 1500, but it's too big. But luckily we have a little bit of extra tube, so we're gonna make a little slip socket that goes over here, and then hopefully in there we can just weld it all up. So let's do a little bit more of custom work, because at least now I have my hands free and there's more filming process of all the filming work of all the process that I do. Rust material. Make a little slit. All right. So hopefully, let's just do it all by hand. Fuck it. Is it now a documentary about my face?
No.
Okay.
Of course not.
Opening this a little bit up, and hopefully it can slip over this. Come on, a little bit more, which sucks, because the gap is getting bigger and bigger. To a certain extent you can still there we go. So now hopefully Oh, this is the same size now. Really? Really? Is that small of a difference? I think we can get this somewhat in here, maybe? Because if this is the only gap that it has, that's weldable. But I don't want to weld this gap. So, already fits a little bit better. Yeah, this should work. This should work. Tap that edge in. Tap that edge in. Because they're preventing me. There we go. Oh, not too far. Fuck.
Uh-oh.
Well, this sits in here without pushing it further. Now I want out a little bit more. But basically, that's 90% of the gap filled up. How though?
Uh-oh.
What did I do? Come on out. Because there's no edge for me here to grab it. Feels like.
Oh,
Oh, it is. Okay.
lucky.
And this goes over here. Then as you can see, this is nicely weldable, this is nicely weldable, and then this little gap, that's all doable. So that should seal it off, I would say. So let's probably gonna tag it how I think it should be, because you want this flat under the car, not like 90 degrees on an angle. But I think I'm gonna just line it up, give it a one little tag, hang it under the car to see if it's horizontal and flush. Then we can fully weld it up. But I need to do the same to this one. We just went for it because if you look at the time, it's been 5 o'clock, almost dinner time. Also the girlfriend will be wondering where we are. Probably she knows that we're working on the Civic, but as a final result, there is the catalytic converter. Straight after the manifold, there was a nice little cubby here. I thought that was a nice spot for it. Well, welds were not the best, but then again, it's under the car, you're not gonna see it, and it seals it up. So yeah, also did a little, I don't know if you can see, a little plate here, because it was starting to open up because of scraping. So probably raised the car in the front a little bit, and in the rear just a tiny bit, because I keep hitting stuff on the ground, especially now with that catalytic converter. It was already hitting that flange. So I don't know how it's gonna work out, but I'm happy how it sits. It sits nice and flush, nice and tight. So now basically we can drop the car down and see how it sounds, because it would act as some sort of a, where's my tool? It would act like some sort of muffler, so I'm curious to see what it does. If it muffles too much, we might need to delete the mid muffler, but that's a job for another day. First stop is to jack it up again. All right, start her up. So we rolled it outside, see what it does. It's very quiet, but those induction noises though, which to be honest, a little 1.5 single jingle is never ever gonna sound awesome, but I think induction noises are better, so let's keep the emphasis on that. So now, except for a horn button that I still need to wire in that hasn't come in yet, and I don't have any other random buttons laying around where I can fix it with, so that's the only thing I now need to wait for. When that is installed, it's ready for MOT. When MOT is done and I know the car is technically okay, we can start on the looks, because it has been a while since we've done something to this car. Also not the best lighting, but hey, it's already dark. So nice and wet in here. I'm happy when it's summer then. If you drive your car in, then it leaks out and everything, everywhere you lay on the ground, it's wet. So that's kind of shitty. But for now, I want to thank you guys for watching. Please, if you liked it, like the video, subscribe if you want to see more. And we have some awesome content in the, or say we, but it's just me. I have some awesome content planned. For me, it's next week, but the video will be out in, I guess, 2 weeks. Stay tuned for that. At least a little bit more drifting to make the name of the channel more valid. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Peace.